Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be theorizing what if Cosmo the space dog was in Marvel Rivals. Now, to start off with, I do believe Cosmo would be a strategist as it makes the most sense, for that's what he did in the comics the most. He sat around and he helped the Guardians defeat their enemies or communicate with the people of nowhere. So him being a strategist in the game would make a lot of sense. I also feel like it'd be a 2-star difficulty based off the abilities, which you will see in a second. Okay, so he has three simple abilities. He has his primary, which is a singular shot that deals damage to enemies, but also heals allies, very similar to Loki and Luna Snow. His secondary is a powerful knockback that changes on his power level. His power level is a meter that charges up when standing still. When you're moving around, the meter does nothing, and when you attack, the meter goes down. This is to represent Cosmo's concentration on the attack, his abilities, the rest. And it only affects this secondary. The We now move on to his more difficult abilities. So for computer users, his first difficult ability would be the shift button, and for consoles, it would be the left 1 button. And what it does is it leaves a small dog toy on the ground that has a small healing radius around it. It has an HP of about 100 health. The second ability places a shield bubble around wherever you are, and this is E for computers and right 1 for any console players out there. It has an HP about 300. It does not move with you. And his ultimate, called Pure Thought, allows him to target enemies very similar to how Loki does with his ultimate, except when he uses it, he places his spacesuit on the ground while having a area of healing around it, while being able to possess, aka control the abilities of and the movement of the person he was aiming at. When you are done with this ability, you will be teleported back to the dog suit and will be able to continue playing as normal. I feel like this is a good one for a support because not only can you heal, but also if the other team has a singular healer, which I see happening a lot personally, then you can just become that healer and not use any healing attacks, or become one of the tanks and go run off the edge and just easily allow your team to continue moving or take the area. And now we're on to the team up abilities. I have two. One gives Cosmo an ability, the other gives uh the other person an ability. And with these two abilities, I tried to make it so we could get all the Guardians. So of course we have Cosmo's abilities affect Mantis, linking to one ability that has Star-Lord, Adam Warlock, and Mantis, but also Rocket, which links to the other one where he's with Groot, giving us 6 players. Yes, that is 4 supports, 1 DPS, and 1 tank, which would not work in a game, but it's a cool idea. So, to start off with Mantis, pretty simple. She gives Cosmo the ability that with every dog toy he has on the ground, he can use this ability and temporarily turn that dog toy radius into a stunning radius like Mantis's stun. It does go for a short amount of time, the stun does not last as long either. The second ability is with Rocket, and it gives him the ability, instead of throwing healing orbs around, he can, for a short period of time, throw around shield bubbles. Pretty simple. And this would last like maybe 2, 3 seconds, so he's not overwhelmed with shields and doesn't have enough heals. There are a few outfits I feel they could use for Cosmo. Starting off, they would have his default look, obviously. Then I feel like they could have a Guardians look very similar to the movie ones, but not the movie one, because that is our next skin. And there's not much information out there on Cosmos, so it's kind of hard to do skins for him. Maybe they could have like a few more dog breeds, like maybe a pug version, or a 2099 version, or a husky version. But without the time or, frankly, the ability to draw them myself, I'm going to leave that up to your imagination. And this is my pitch for What If Cosmo the Space Dog was in Marvel Rivals. Thank you for taking your time to watch this, and for those of you still sitting here, I'm going to read the little description I did. Although this foe may seem like a normal dog, he is not. Our psychic furry friend was mutated after being lost in space, but now he wants to help the people he loves. Not only watch out for his bite, but also for his control of the mind.